Children, we shall continue with the same lesson but with a different topic, that is the Roman number system. The next topic that we shall be learning is the Roman number system. This is something new for you all children, so please concentrate well. Okay? Till now we have used 10 numerals to write any number. These numerals are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is known as the decimal system. And to go forward with this lesson, I want you all to watch a small short video on this, children.
Today, let us revise and understand more about Roman numerals. We know that the ancient Romans used letters to write numbers. Even today, the building date on monuments and public buildings is marked in Roman numerals, and we also use Roman numerals in clocks and watches. Here are the letters used to write the numbers. The symbol I is equal to 1. V is equal to 5. X is equal to 10. L is equal to 50. C is equal to 100. D is equal to 500. And M is equal to 1000. We need to remember 3 rules while writing the Roman numerals. 1. Rule of repetition. 2. Rule of addition. 3. Rule of subtraction. Let us learn each rule one by one. Rule 1. Rule of repetition. 1. When a symbol is repeated twice or thrice, its value is multiplied by 2 or 3 respectively. For example, M is equal to 1000. MM is equal to 1000 multiplied by 2 is equal to 2000. MMM is equal to 1000 multiplied by 3 is equal to 3000. 2. Symbol I, X, C and M can be repeated 3 times at maximum. For example, we can write 1 as I, 2 as I, and 3 as I in Roman system, but we cannot write 4 as I. 3. The symbols V, L and D are never repeated. That is, symbols for 5, 50 and 500 cannot be repeated. This means that we do not write the number 10 by repeating V, but as X. Now, let us look at the second rule. Rule 2. Rule of addition. If a symbol of smaller value is written to the right of a symbol of higher value, we add the smaller value to the greater value. Let us consider xi. X has a value of 10. I has a value of 1. So, the Hindu-Arabic number for this Roman number is 11. Finally, we have the third rule. Rule 3. Rule of subtraction. 1. If a symbol of smaller value is to the left of a symbol of higher value, we subtract the smaller value from the higher value. For example, let us take the number xc. X has a value of 10 and c has a value of 100. So, xc will be 100 minus 10 is equal to 90. 2. The symbols V, L and D cannot be subtracted from any number. For example, 95 cannot be written as 100 minus 5 is equal to VC. 95 should be written as 90 plus 5 is equal to XCV. 3. I, X and C are used to subtract. There are just 6 combinations. IV is equal to 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. IX is equal to 10 minus 1 is equal to 9. XL is equal to 50 minus 10 is equal to 40. XC is equal to 100 minus 10 is equal to 90. CD is equal to 500 minus 100 is equal to 400. CM is equal to 1000 minus 100 is equal to 900.
So as per the video, we came to know that there are certain rules to be followed while writing Roman number system. Here, these numerals are called as decimal system. And the numbers written like this are called as Roman number system. Okay, and there is no zero in Roman number system. So shall we continue? Writing numbers from 1 to 13 is given here for your information. Please have a look at it, children. Here we see that I or 1 is written for 1, 2 I's are written for 2, 3 I's are written for 3, but it cannot repeat more than 3 times. That means for 4 you cannot write I. It should be written as I and V. And for 5 it is V. For 6 it is V1 or I. For 7 VI. For 8 VII. As I told earlier, it cannot repeat more than 3 times. Here it becomes IX and X is 10. And for 11 XI. So here you can find the difference. If you watch properly for here and here, these 3 digits or these 3 Roman numbers, you can see that X is one Roman number, wherein the number that is written behind X or the number that comes on the left hand side of X is minus. So 1 minus 10 becomes 9. And here for 11 it becomes, the I comes on the right hand side. So X is 10. 10 plus 1 becomes 11. So any number like extra numbers that come on the left hand side of a given Roman number, it becomes small or you have to subtract it. And if it comes forward, then it becomes addition. It becomes more. So this is how it is written till 13. We shall do a bigger number as well going forward. So here rule 1 says that repetition of numeral I means addition. This numeral I, that is 1, double I is 2 and 3I. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 3. Okay. But we cannot write I 4 times. it cannot be repeated more than 3 times. Rule number 2 says a smaller numeral written to the left of a numeral of greater value means subtraction. For example, here you can see that V is 5 and the left hand side I, that is 1. So 5 minus 1 is 4. The same thing with 9. This is I is 1, X is 10. So 10 minus 1 is 9. However, V is never subtracted. That means V does not come either of the numbers right or left. Okay? Therefore, V and I becomes 5 plus 1, 6. As per rule number 3, a smaller numeral written to the right of a numeral of greater value means addition. As I told in the previous page that any Roman number comes to the right hand side of the greater value, it will become addition. Plus, so here 5 and I is onto its right hand, so it becomes 5 plus 1, 6. Similarly, till 8, but it cannot be for 9. 9 you cannot write V, that is 5, and 4 times 1. I. It cannot be repeated 4 times. It can be repeated only 3 times. Similar till the next numbers as well. Then, writing numbers up to 39. The same numerals I, V and X are used to write numbers up to 39 also. The additional rules followed are as follows. There are 2 rules under that, which means besides I, X can also be repeated up to 3 times. It's not only I, but also X can be repeated only 3 times. Repetition of X means addition. V cannot be repeated at all. It will be written only once. Then, rule number 5 is, for expressing the numbers greater than 10, the numbers are first split into tens and ones. It will be easy for us to understand when we split the given numbers while writing the Roman numbers into tens and ones. For example, you can see they are telling in examples, fill in the blanks where necessary. Few are done for us. So we shall have a look at it first. Here 11 is equal to 10 plus 1. 11, you know the tens and ones, right? So 10 plus 1 is 11. X is 10 plus I is 1 is equal to X and I becomes 11. 13 is equal to 10 plus 3. So we should write X plus 1, 1, 1. That is I becomes 13. But for 15, we do not write I 5 times. But we write it as 10 plus 5 is X plus V is 15. Similarly for 12, it is 10 plus 2 is equal to X plus I. For 14, it is 10 plus IV. You know number 4th, no? So this is 4. Then for 16, the I comes on the right hand side. So X plus VI. Shall we turn the page, children? On this page, we can see that we have few blanks given for us to fill it up. Okay, the first one, 17. 10 plus 7, which will be written as 10 plus 7 is VI. Then for 18, it is 10 plus 8. That means X. For 8, we write it as I. 3 times I can be repeated but not 4 times. So this becomes X, V, I. Then for 19, it is 10 and 9. I and X becomes 10 I X. 19. For 20, we write it as earlier it was told that in one of the rule that x can be repeated 3 times. So x, that is 10 plus 10 makes double x, 20. So 21, 10 plus 10 plus 1, x plus x plus I, xxi. For 25, it is 2 times we have to write 10. 10 plus 10 plus 5. So, x plus x plus 5 is v. x, v. The next one, 29. 10, 10, 9. So, x, ix becomes 29. 30. 10 plus 10 plus 10. So, x can be repeated 3 times, children. X plus x plus x is equal to 3 times x. Then comes 31. That is 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 1. X plus x plus x plus I. So 3 times x and 1 I. For 36 we have to write now. 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 6. That is x plus x. So it becomes x plus x plus x plus vi. V in middle, I after that. On the right hand side, it becomes v plus 1. 5 plus 1, 6. So x, vi. The last one, 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 9. That is 9 is equal to, and the Roman number that we write will be x plus x plus x 3 times, and then 9 plus I x is equal to x 3 times 1 x. This becomes 39. Now we have examples expressed in decimal system. What is decimal system? We write it in numerals. That is decimal system. You have to convert decimal system. Okay. These are Roman numbers. Converted to numerals is decimal system. The first 2 examples are given for us. Here it says xxvi. That means xx will be 10 plus 10. Vi is 6. So this becomes 26. Then 34. X 3 times. That means 10 plus 10 plus 10. And 4 will be written IV. So 4. It becomes 34. I want you all to open your neat notes to write the exercise 1.10. Please take out your neat notes, children. To continue with the notes part, I have already written here. You have to continue like this. Roman number system exercise 1.10. In that A main, write the following numbers in the Roman number system. Please write the questions, children. The first number is 25. I want you to understand well, children. So I am writing it as 10 plus 10 plus 5. So in Roman number it will be 10x. So 10, 25. So this is 25. The next one, 10 plus 10 plus 3. I is equal to x, I. The next one we shall not expand. We shall write it directly, okay? 36. X. 6 is V, I. Then it is 19. This is 10. So X. And then 9. That is X. Then it is 30. So X, X, X. The next one, 18. X, 8. That is V, I. 37. X, 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 V, I. For 20, X, X. For 32, X, 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 I. For 16, X, and then 6 is written as V, I. So we have finished this main. Please copy down the heading of the second main, children. I have written the questions here. Write the following in the decimal number system. Decimal number system means in numerals you have to write it. I've written the questions. Shall we start, children? The first one, X is 10, V is 5, I 6, 7. So plus 7 is equal to 17. The next one, XX 10 plus 10 and VII is 7 is equal to 27. I've just written this expanded form for you all to understand. Now we shall not expand. XXX. How many times? 3 times. So if it is 3 times, it becomes 30. Then IV. IV is 4. The next one. XXX. 3 times X. IX means 9. XX, that is 20. V is 5. Then XXX 3 times. No other Roman number there. So 3, 0, 30. Then comes X ones, 10. Then it is IX is 9, 19. XX 20. VI 6, 26. X ones, so 10. II 2, 12. X ones, V is 5. Good. So this is how we have finished the B main. I want you all to write the C main heading and the questions. Shall we write the heading, children? I have already written the heading, children. Take correct mark, the correctly written numbers, and cross out or the wrong mark to the incorrectly written numbers. Also point out the mistakes. If it is tick, nothing to worry, children. We shall put it as a correct mark and leave it. But if it is wrong, we put a incorrect mark here and we have to write the reason why it is incorrect. So shall we start with the first one? X, V, I. As per our rules, the V cannot be repeated twice. Here it is repeated twice. So there is no Roman number like this. So it is wrong. It is wrong. And the reason is the V cannot be repeated more than once. Hence, this Roman number is incorrect. Okay. So the second one, I. Is this correct, children? Again, this is wrong. So we put a cross out mark. And the answer is I cannot be repeated more than 3 times. Hence, the Roman number is incorrect. Write the third one. X, 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 X. So can we repeat X 4 times, children? No, we cannot. So this is also wrong. Here, X cannot be repeated more than 3 times. Hence, the Roman number is incorrect. Fourth one. X, 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 V. Here there are 3 X and 1 V. That means 3X means 30, V means 5. Yes, we can make a number of this. So this is correct. Number 5. X, I. Again, the same rule wherein I cannot be repeated more than 3 times. So this number is wrong. And we copy the same answer that is written here. We shall copy the same here, children. I have copied down the same thing. I cannot be repeated more than 3 times. Hence, the Roman number is incorrect. Okay. Now, the 6th one. X, V. X is 10. So, it is 1. V is 5. So, it is 5. Yes, we can write this Roman number to decimal form. So, this is correct. The 7th one. V and X. Can we do this? Let us see. Here, V cannot be subtracted. 10 is a greater number, but I can be subtracted, not V. So, this is incorrect. And the answer we shall write here is V cannot be used to subtract the greater number. Hence, the Roman number is incorrect. The last question, we shall write it down, children. It is V, V, I. Is the answer correct? Can we write V, V twice? No. Again, it is a wrong. And I want you all to write the answer. That is, V cannot be repeated more than once. Hence, the Roman number is incorrect. Yes, by this we have finished our topic on Roman numbers. Please take out your textbook, children.